Hello, beautiful friends. So this practice is gonna be a bit more slow. It's really for allow you to relax, feel good, and feel grounded. Actually, so come into a child pose. Arms on the front, on the side of the body. You can always also open your knees a little bit wider, and take the time to just drop yourself into the mat. Good. Relaxing the head, relaxing the body, and dropping everything aside, leaving everything. Just being here and now, ready to enjoy this moment. Good, so let's come onto a tabletop and we keep moving hips up into a downward facing dog. You can paddle it out here. Sink your body into your legs. You can always slightly bend your knees. Good. Breathe. Perfect. Softly bring your right leg up. Good, and then knee to the chest, and we're gonna sink that foot onto the right side of your right hand. So we're gonna open the hip here, open your chest, you can look forward, and if you feel comfortable, you can sink a little bit more in, dropping your elbows onto the ground, only if you feel comfortable. So we're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Really allow the stretch to come into you, to feel your hip opening. Good. Bringing all your awareness into this moment, to your sensations, to your breath. Starting to really observe your mind slowing down. Just how when we bring the attention onto what we're doing here and now, how the mind really stop the flow of the thoughts is dropping down, and we can just really allow yourselves to be. Good. Complete let go, dropping into the pose, and breathe. Feeling completely relaxed. And then we slowly start to bring our body up onto our hands. And you can look onto the right side to give a stronger side stretch. And then softly come back and drop yourself down, legs straight in front of you. We're going to come into half shoelace. So just bring your right foot on the side of your left butt. Extend your arms up into the sky and drop your hands down. And just wherever you are at, as long as you feel the stretch happening onto your hip, your leg, slowly and softly let yourself drop chest to the knee and maybe even head towards the leg. Really take the time to move slowly, to do what feels good, and slowing down everything. Let really the pose come to you. No need to force it, no need to strain it. Just relax. Come back to the breath and come back to the sensations. We are here to feel good. This is our moment, our time. Good. And then softly come back. Lift your chest up and then come into a seated pose. So here we're going to stretch the hips. So the right foot is going over the left knee. And make sure your both shin bones are parallel to the mat. So it's quite strong stretch happening onto the hip here. If your knee is really up, no problem. Just stay where you are. And basically, the right knee is really above the left foot. And the right foot is above the left knee. Good. So really remind yourself to be present at every moment. Whatever you're experiencing, whatever is happening, just being mindful and embracing everything that is happening without judgment, just with love and awareness. Good. Then slowly we're gonna release and coming back into our downward facing dog. So make sure you really sink your body into your legs, fingers grounded into the mat, head relax. You can gently paddle it out. And when you're ready, we're gonna lift up the left leg up into the sky, feeling the stretch a little stronger into the right leg. And then knee to the chest. And then drop your foot on the left side of the left hand. So we're coming back into our lizard pose. If you feel comfortable here, just stay where you are. Or if you feel like you want to sink a little bit deeper into the stretch, come onto your elbows. Only if it feels good. Nice. So in your practice, really try to remain still as much as we can. Really allowing yourself to just be. And it's like a meditation here. We want to really be just observing of whatever is happening inside of us, wherever the thoughts are taking us. And just remaining ourselves to being present again and again. Not going on with the thoughts, but just coming back every time, as much as we can. Sometimes it may take 5 minutes or even more. Sometimes we feel a bit more present. Good. So let's come back onto your hands. If you were on your elbows, you can give it a left side twist. And then gently come back onto your both legs. And we're going to go on to the other side of the shoelace. So the left foot is going on the right side of the butt. Both knees above each other. Extend your arms and sink yourself into your leg. Good. Allow your upper body to relax. If you feel like you can rest onto your knee, you can do so. And really let your body open. Observe how with the breath, the body is opening a bit more and a bit more every time. And every exhale, how you can allow yourself to sink a little bit more within the pose. How the body allows you to move in. Good. Complete surrender. Complete let go. We're here to feel good. embracing this moment. We can smile into the stretch, smile in this moment, observing how the mind is quietening, calming down, leaving everything aside, and slowing down everything. Sinking and sinking into the pose. Good. So we can start to slowly lift up the chest, and when you're ready, come into a seated pose where this time your left foot is gonna go above your right knee, and make sure your both shin bones are parallel. So your right foot is not under your butt, but really at the same level as your knee. So knees and feet are parallel and at the same level. Don't worry if your knee is up into the chest. I mean, it happened at the beginning where the hips are quite tight. So wherever you are at, just be there without judgment. So we have no goals here, no aim. Just being fully here and observing everything. Coming back to the breath. Coming back to this moment. Breathe. Sinking deeper and deeper into the pose. If any moment this feels a bit uncomfortable or too much, you can always go away from the pose and come into child pose if you want, or any poses you would like to relax in. Good. Just breathing. Just let go. And then slowly we're gonna release from the pose and coming back into our downward facing dog. So lift your hips up. If you need to shake your legs a little bit here, you can do so. Good. Make sure you relax your head. You can relax your legs. Good. So you're gonna extend here the right leg up, bend your knee and drop the right foot behind your back. That you start to twist a little bit and feeling the stretch onto the hip. So make sure you keep your hip square. And then gently we're gonna bring the right knee in front of us between our hands, and we're gonna come into a pigeon pose or sleeping swan. So you can always bring any towels under your hips if this feels too much. Otherwise, just walk forward and drop your forehead onto the mat. Good. So we're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Nice. So take the moment to really relax into the pose. Trying to really becoming still now. Diving into the self. Diving inward in our inner world. Observing every thought, every sensations. every breath. Breathe. Good. And the deeper you can go within the self, the deeper you can heal, the deeper you can tune in into deeper tissues, the deeper you learn what is happening into the self, into the mind, into your awareness, your consciousness. Becoming silence, becoming the presence, here and now. Then slowly we're gonna start coming up, walking back on your hands, and you're gonna push onto your hands to bring that right leg back and coming back into downward facing dog. You can paddle your legs out, just release the tension wherever it needs to be released. Good. Just do what feels good in this moment. Good. And then we're gonna go on with the left leg. So the left leg is gonna lift up, and then we're gonna bend the knee and drop your left foot behind. You can flex your foot here and really sink into this right leg, trying to keep your hips squares and the weight on both hands. Then drop your knee forward between your hands. Remember, you can put that blanket again under your hips. And when you're ready, just slowly walk forward. You can stay on your elbows if you want to, or just bring your forehead onto the mat. Adjust yourself, make sure you feel comfortable. And let's relax into the pose. The sleeping swan. Good. Becoming calm and still. Tuning in into our own wisdom. Connecting with the heart. Because the more I can come back to the self and less thoughts I have, the more I can tune in to my heart and our guidance and intuitions. And this is what we do when we meditate. We really slow down the thoughts, that we can listen to the voice of the heart, the voice of our consciousness. Good. Just breathing here, feeling good. Remember, come back to your sensations. Feel the hip opener. Be aware of also every other sensations of your body. How do you feel on your foot, on your arms? And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to come up. Nice. Take the time to come back to your downward facing dog. Remember, here you can move your body in any way you need to, you feel to, doing what feels good. And then we're gonna come into a half saddle. So we start with the right leg. So bring your right foot a little bit aside of your butt and start to come onto your elbows. And the left leg can be bent in front of you or just relax on the ground. If you feel like you can go completely on your back, you can do so. Otherwise, just on your elbows, maybe just on your hands. And if this is comfortable, on your back, bring your arms above your head. Remember, the left knee can be hanging around on the floor or up, wherever it feels comfortable. Good. So you don't want to force it here too much. So really, if it feels too much, just stay on your hands. And wherever you are at, knows that it's just perfect. And you don't have to push it forward. We don't have to force it. We don't have to come to the pose. Really, the pose come to us. And more you're going to be loving and full of kindness, and more your body is going to open with you. It's not going to resist. It's going to slowly let it go, and the tension are going to ease. But for this, we need to respect our bodies and really not judging wherever we are at. But as long as we feel the stretch, this is the most important thing. We want to listen to the body, to what it has to say to us. And sometimes we stay in the pose and it can start to feel a bit too much, so we can always come back. Good. Here we're gonna release the legs. You can move them around. Give it a little hug on the chest. And then, so if you were on your back and you can go straight onto your left leg, you can do so. Otherwise, just start from a seated pose again. Bend your left knee. Put your left foot onto the side of the butt. And then go down as much as you can or wherever you are at. And just respect what your body is telling you. Nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Really feeling everything slowing down now. Dropping all the tensions. Just being in the body, in the stretch, in your breath. Feeling good. Nice. Completely relax. Full of awareness. Coming back home into your center. Then slowly release your legs, move around. You can hug your knees. One more time, giving a gentle massage to the back. Good. So we're gonna come here into a happy baby pose. So just grab your feet on the side and try to sink your knees onto the mat. So you can catch on the side of your feet or the big toes, just giving a last stretch onto the hip. Breathe, and then that's it. Super. So you're ready for Shavasana. So make yourself comfortable. Make sure your feet are, your legs are open a little bit wider than your hips. Same for your arms. And it's time to relax. So let yourself drop into the mat, starting by your feet and going all the way up to your head.